Hi Ryan, welcome back. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
So, a little back story on Ryan. He is a 27-year-old male who is contemplating whether he should leave the military. He previously was a college student and dropped out, joined the military, and now is contemplating whether he should leave after 6 years of service. He doesn't know if he wants to risk going back to school or getting a job with his secure job with healthcare, paycheck, and housing. So, with that being said, we're gonna start. So, have any thoughts changed from the last time we saw?
Not really. Just still worried about, you know, the fact that the military is the only job I've ever had, and I don't really understand how things on the outside work in terms of getting a job and holding a job. And I'm worried that going back to school, I'm just gonna fail again.
Okay. So it sounds like you're having some automatic thoughts. I have this template that we can use to go through what your thoughts are, how to rationalize them, and how to replace those thoughts with better thoughts. Are you interested in doing that?
Yep, let's do it.
All right, so the first one was that the military was your only job, and you don't know how to apply for a job, and you've never had a job. Does that sound pretty accurate?
Yeah.
All right, so let's focus on that one first, and then we can move on to other rational thoughts that you're having. So let's rationalize that a little bit.
So, um, the military's been the only job I've ever really had. I mean, it's kind of based off of, in my head, it's based off of just fact.
Okay.
Um, yeah, like I don't know how to apply to other jobs. I don't even know really where to start.
Okay, so let's kind of go through this. The military is the only job you have. You're a little anxious about how to apply to jobs, how to get jobs. Have you ever had any? Let's replace those thoughts with possibly anything you've done in the military. Have you ever had any other jobs? Have you had promotions while you were in the military?
Yeah, I mean, I've had uh, several jobs, and then various positions in terms of, I guess, hierarchy. Um, yeah.
Okay, so it sounds like that you've had multiple jobs within the military, and you were promoted. During these promotions, were you ever put in charge of anybody? Kind of like in the outside world, supervisor or manager?
Yeah, I guess you could say I've been in supervisor positions. I've had soldiers under me who I was responsible for.
Okay. Were you ever put in charge of having to do group projects or anything revolving a group?
Yeah, I mean, most of our work involves teamwork.
Okay.
So,
I mean, that's a great skill to have, whether you're in the military or if you're a civilian looking for a job. So you should be proud of that.
okay. Yeah.
Anything else regarding that you want to touch on?
Um, I guess that's kind of it.
Okay. Well, even though the military is like your only job, you've never received a paycheck from anybody else besides the military. It sounds like you have some great um, skills that will transition well to the outside world. So that's something to be proud of and know that you have that skill. So let's talk about something else. What other issues or what other thoughts are racing through your head
Definitely, I'd probably say the number one thing is like I'm worried that I'm just gonna go back to school and just fail again.
Okay. So I know in last session you said that you were going for biomedical engineering and it was more of your parents' beliefs or wishes for you and it didn't really work out well and that's why you joined the military and now you're looking to possibly go back to school. Is it something that you want or your family wants for you?
I guess I just kind of want to do what's best for my family, like my immediate family. Um, I just, yeah.
Now, is your immediate family very supportive?
It's just me and my wife at the moment. She supports whatever decision I make.
Okay. Are there any like cultural values that you and your wife have?
Um, just we just believe in working hard.
Okay. So let's go through this. Your automatic thought is, I failed out of school once. Am I going to be able to finish it a second time, right?
Yeah.
So let's kind of like rationalize that a little bit.
I mean, it's kind of like the first part, it is just kind of rooted in fact.
Right.
The only college experience that I've had just didn't work out.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, let's see if we can replace any of those thoughts with your military experience a little bit. Have you ever taken any classes or certifications while you were in the military?
Yeah, a lot of technical stuff, kind of involving weapons, vehicles, some medical training. Yeah.
Okay. So, what was the route for taking those classes or certifications?
I mean, it was just kind of part of the job, but it always required more than bare minimum. So basically, I'd have to pay attention during the day, and then I'd either have to stay late or take study material back home and be ready for the next part of training.
Okay. And were any of those classes mandatory, or did you sign up for those classes because they interest you?
I guess it was kind of just what interested me.
Okay. So at the end of each course, did you have to take tests, or was it you sat through the course and at the end they gave you a certification?
It always involved testing.
Okay. How did you perform on the test? Did you always pass? Did you ever fail?
I mean, I failed one or two things here and there, but like the ones that I put the effort into, that I wanted to pass, where I seeked help, where I looked up as much information as I could. If I worked hard at it, I was guaranteed to pass.
Okay. So it sounds like what you put effort into, you succeeded in.
Yeah.
Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
So it sounds like if you are putting your mind towards school, if you really want school, you may be able to pass. Does that sound accurate, just from your military experience and having to put in long hours in studying to pass?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay. So you mentioned that you have your family support and that this is really for you. Do you have any religious help? Are you affiliated with any churches or anything like that? No. So it really is just you and your wife.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess this is a great start. I'm gonna send you home with some things to think about, whether you do believe that you are able to leave the military and put your mind towards school, or if the military is where you should stay. Do you have any questions, concerns?
No.
No. Okay, so let's set up an appointment for next week, and we'll see if your thoughts have changed, whether you're going to stay or leave.
Okay, sounds good.
Take care.
Thank you.